Welcome to Between the Shelves, the premier Save-O Library podcast. I am your host, Alex, and this week we have a great What Are You Into episode for you. I am joined by Tim Ciccarella from administration. I almost said adult services, previously adult services.
Hello.
Welcome, Tim. And Tory, my co-host with the co-mostest. I always mess that. What was it?
We're getting there. It's developing.
And Lizzie from Tech Services. Welcome back, Lizzie.
Yes.
Teen Services.
Teen Services.
Oh, Teen. I'm sorry. I don't know. Is it too early to announce that?
That's
or
okay.
Okay.
No, I'm there now.
It's open.
That's
Okay. From Teen Services, Lizzie. Last episode you were on was our best of 2023. Is that right? So welcome back. So we're doing a What Are You Into episode. So we're just going to go around, talk about what we're into right now. And I have a couple of things. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it.
Dark Souls 16.
Dark Souls 16. It's punishingly difficult. No, the first thing I want to talk about is an anime movie I just saw. It's called Blue Giant. Have you heard of it?
Is this new or old?
It is new. It's new. It's actually based off a manga that came out about 10 years ago by Shinichi Ishizuka. I nailed it. It's the story of three aspiring jazz musicians trying to make their way in the Tokyo jazz scene. The central character is named Dai. He is from like the suburbs of Tokyo, but moves to the big city with no money in his pocket, with just a dream to be the number one jazz saxophonist in Tokyo. So he crashes on his old college friend's couch, Tamada, and he just starts busking every day and night on the street, playing his sax under a bridge, just trying to make some money to pay rent. And he eventually comes across a promising young pianist named Sawada, I believe his name is. They kind of are impress one another with their skills. They team up to make a duo, and then Tamada, the college friend, he's kind of inspired by their dedication to their art. He quits his job and decides I'm going to be the drummer for your band and make it a trio.
Did he previously play drums?
Not to my knowledge, no. So he goes into it full force with all the passion in the world, and he decides he wants to learn drums by being the third member of this ensemble. So, so the band, the movie kind of follows their trajectory from this like startup band to trying to eventually play the biggest club in Tokyo and get signed by a record. So the story is very conventional. It's like kind of like a sports story, almost like a sports movie. Like it has those kind of tropes, which is all good. It's very fun and it's very well done. But the real strengths of this movie are like the relationship between the three characters. So they all have like different motivations and aspirations for becoming musicians. And sometimes they line up and sometimes they butt heads a little bit. And it's interesting to see like how the dynamic changes and the relationships, the bonds between the three characters rather, kind of play into all the drama. So that part is really, really well done. And the manga, I believe, is like 10 volumes, and it's a very, very long. So they try to condense the entire manga into a 2-hour movie, and I think they do a really good job. I mean, they pack a lot into 2 hours.
Did you say, does this take place modern day or?
Yeah, they don't really give it a date, but it's, modern-ish times. I don't see them with like cell phones or anything, but
it could be timeless.
It could be,
right.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the creator of Cowboy Bebop. I think he did something similar because he's really into music and jazz. And I think he did a similar-ish movie maybe 5 to 10 years ago. Does that sound?
No, I'll have to check that out, though.
You should. It was about I think a jazz singer maybe, or like a band that was trying to just like make it in Japan, Tokyo, probably.
So, it's obviously a movie centered around jazz. So if the soundtrack didn't work, this movie would be a failure. But I'm happy to say that the soundtrack is phenomenal. All of the jazz music they play are all originally composed for the movie. And the trio that they had, the real life trio, I guess are pretty famous musicians in Japan, or I guess in the jazz scene. I didn't know who they were, but they write original music for the movie. And then as they animate to the performance. So they kind of like rotoscope some of the performances and match the characters in the movie. And all of the real life performers wrote like their solos and things to sort of show off the development of the characters as they're progressing. And it looks really cool. Like the scenes where they perform live in the clubs looks great. Mostly looks great. The parts I didn't really care for in the animation is when they go kind of heavy on the CGI and it doesn't look as hand drawn. But overall, it looks really, really cool. Like some very cool music videos in the movie.
But are there giant robots?
No giant robots, unfortunately. But you do get lots of flashing, crazy lights.
Okay.
Yeah.
It really
It wouldn't
sounds.
be anime without that.
It sounds like if somebody were to design an anime just for you, this is what it would be.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But also, it sounds like a lot of care was put into the production, which I really appreciate in an animated thing. And music anime is always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will definitely check it out.
It's definitely worth checking out. The library just got it on Blu-ray, so come and check it out. What do you got to lose? So that's my first thing I'm into.
Yes.
It's good for all audiences too. Like it does have some mature themes, but it's definitely appropriate for teens as well. So that's what I'm into. Blue Giant.
Tim, what are you into?
Okay, so I have been reading The Magicians, which is a book from 2009. This is my third time reading it, I think, listening to it. And it just keeps reinforcing how much I love The Magicians. It's by Lev Grossman. It was book one of a 3-book series, The Magicians, The Magician King, and then The Magician's Land. And the premise of it is, what if there is a magic school for magic, and then you go to this school. It's really more of a college story, not a
Like a coming of age,
Yeah, so
Harry
it's-
Potter-ish kind of
right. And it really goes into more of how difficult magic is, how it corrupts people, how it's a lot about just like becoming an adult after college and what happens, like what you go through. So I identified a lot with that part of the story, and then just it's pretty hilarious throughout the book. Lev Grossman has a really funny sense of humor, and it's such a great series. They turned it into a TV series. Sci-Fi did an adaptation of it probably 7 years ago, maybe at this point. And the casting was actually fantastic. The casting was great. The first season was heavily on point with the story, but then it kind of went its own separate way after a certain point, and I kind of lost me after that. But the book series is so good. The author also did a children's series called The Silver Arrow. So that's also a good series that I only read the first book. Peter read all of them. I want to go back to it. It's a child. He's probably 10 or 12. He wakes up one day and there's a giant silver train in his backyard, and it's conducted by his uncle who disappeared, and basically takes him on an adventure. And the book series kind of goes into where did the silver arrow come from, and it's pretty good. It's not up there with Magicians for me, but it's definitely worth reading for an early chapter book for kids. It's definitely a good one. And then he's coming out. The reason why I actually started rereading The Magicians is because The Bright Sword is coming out. That's Lev Grossman's newest book. It's an adult book, and it is basically an Arthurian tale of King Arthur. He's dead at this point. So a knight comes and looking for King Arthur. And he's like, oh, he's dead, and the kingdom's in shambles. And then what happens from there? So really looking forward to that book. That's coming out, I think, within the month.
Cool. So that's more grounded fantasy sort of, you think?
I think so, but there is, it does sound like there's magic involved, because with the Arthurian legends, there was magic.
Yeah,
and
Merlin and things.
Merlin and, what's her name? Morgan Le Fay. I think she might still be involved in this story, but I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know how he's going to approach the story, if it's going to be kind of very funny, and the Magicians is very modern. So I don't know how this story is going to be, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Wasn't there also, I think I remember this happening and you didn't like it, a graphic novel adaptation of The Magicians?
They actually did, there's a character who has her own story. She disappears for, I think, book 2, and the graphic novel was her story. It was okay, and they actually continued, and I didn't continue reading it. Alice's story, I think it's called. So I do want to go back and check those out again.
It's like a parallel story of what.
Yes, which I'm always a fan of when books do like a parallel story, or in some other medium there's like a parallel story. I do like that.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. Tori, what are you into?
Oh, my turn. I think this is going to be unpopular in the room, but it's what I'm into.
I can't wait.
So I'm going to talk about it. So last week, I think it was on the 27th, the group 21 Pilots released a new album. It is their 7th studio album. And I've been listening to them since a little bit before their 4th studio album came out back in 2015. And there aren't a lot of Western groups that I keep up with actively. I listen to mostly K-pop. You can listen to our K-pop episode to learn more about that. But this is one of the few that I actually take the effort to listen to them when they make new music and go to their concerts. So I've been listening to that since last week. It's not a no-skip album for me. Almost no album ever is a no-skip album for me. There's several skips. But even the skips that I have for this, I still will let them play, and it's not bothering me. So I think it's maybe one of those albums that grows on me over time, which is also a theme that I'm finding in myself as I get older, is music doesn't, hit me hard right away. It takes me a while to get into it. But I just have a couple of standout tracks that I thought I would bring up that I liked from it, the non-skips. So the first one is the lead single. It's called Overcompensate, which sounds like a really quintessential 21 Pilots song, the way that it's produced. And it could have been in one of their earlier albums like Blurry Face or Trench, and it includes samples and lyrical references to the song Bandito from Trench, which is one of my favorite songs from that album. It has an almost frantic drum and instrumental intro that eases into a really rhythmic groove about halfway through the song. It's more rap focused, which I know is something that a lot of people don't like about this group, is that there's rapping and singing and mixed together in every song. But I think that's done really well in this song. So it's like a callback to their previous albums, and they're one of those groups that has a lot of lore and world building. Like, they're telling a story with the albums. It's like an album cycle, and I don't care for that at all. So I don't I will recognize oh yeah, they're making a reference to whoever that guy was from the last one.
Is that it's something where it's fictional?
They've built a fictional world, and there's a through line of a story and characters. I think it started in Blurry Face and then has been going, and this is the completion.
I didn't know that they did that. So there's a band that I used to listen to that I don't really listen to anymore, Coheed and Cambria.
Yep.
Who they were big on that world building and music type of thing. They had comics and probably books.
They just did a cruise.
They did do a cruise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's just reminded me of there's not a lot of those types of bands out there that have that a world building aspect to them.
It's very popular in K-pop, but not so much Western music.
No.
My favorite rapper, MF Doom, has his own world. R.I.P.
And shout out to my friend Devin, who has a Coheed and Cambria podcast. He's very big in their fan circles, but he might even like this group. I don't know. But I don't care to follow all of that. But there is it's some sort of dystopian story.
It's always a dystopian story.
I think that's the easiest to just vaguely reference in lyrics, but still have a song be a song.
Yes. Us, the band, are the saviors of this dystopia.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep buying our albums so we can save this fake world.
It is interesting with this group, with 21 Pilots, because they do have that overarching world building that you could follow if you wanted to, but they also, like, a lot of the songs are really autobiographical and speak to, like, feelings and experiences that the singer, Tyler Joseph, he writes all of their songs, has personally. Like, one of my other favorite songs from the album is called Backslide, which is more like a relaxed, vibey type of song, kind of melancholy, and the lyrics are really introspective. And he's talking about how he feels about his own life and career. He, like, references regretting, like, a specific song from the last album that came out. Yeah, but you don't have to know any of that to enjoy the song. It still plays well by itself. The song's called Backslide.
Take the seat with the crease in it. I don't mind if it's lonely. I don't mind if it's fair. I don't care, you control me. Leading me anywhere. I don't wanna backslide to where I'm stuck.
My favorite song from the album is called Vignette. It has this really great pulsing piano string and drum motif that opens the song, and then it appears again throughout all of the choruses. And I think the song will translate really well to live performances. They do really great live shows, even though there's only 2 of them. They fill the stage with a lot of things, and they have a lot of personality. But there's this, like, glistening keyboard solo towards the end of the song that I can picture being in an arena and hearing it. And it ends with a repetitive chant that I think people will be screaming the chant. They made it for the arena, and they have a few songs like that, some songs that they play at every single concert, and so I could see this being this album's version of that. It's got a very corny, I think, like a hawk scream that it plays a couple times throughout the song that I wish they would take out. And I'm not sure, maybe it's a lore thing, but I thought the song was called Vulture the first time because I glanced at the screen of my phone and then heard the hawk sound, and I was like, they didn't call it Vulture and then put a vulture cawing into it, did they? They didn't. But
it's a hawk.
It's a hawk. I think it's a hawk, but it's lame. But the rest of the song is good.
Not sure when it started. Peeling from his bones, piece it back together all alone. Hope it held together long enough for he to pitch the greener grasses and hope that she would agree.
The last song that I would mention, it's called Midwest Indigo. It has kind of a pop punk feel to the drums and vocals, and I'm not like a pop punk girly, but the way that they do it in the song works for me. I guess because it's not pop punk, it just feels like it is. So those are some of my favorite songs from that album.
Are you going to see them live?
Oh yeah, I bought a ticket to the tour before the album came out, and then thought, I really hope this album's good. Because they, groups will always play like the entire of a new album at a concert, and if you don't like the album, yikes.
Do you know who they're playing with?
No, and they're also a group where I will skip the openers.
That could be good. That could work to your advantage, though. Show up late, don't have to deal with the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seated or standing?
I'm now in my 30s, so almost everything is seated for me.
Gotta be seated.
Mm-hmm. I don't do like pits at concerts, and when I have a chair, I'm probably gonna stay in it.
And if there is no seating,
turn it down.
You gotta find a good leaning spot.
I think I have tickets to a standing concert this summer, and I'm really not excited about it. And I'm gonna go the back
wall. Got a wall or a column. You gotta find and just lean against.
You
it.
do your thing on the stage.
Right down on the floor. Shake your fist.
Mm-hmm. Kids these days. Maybe I'll do some leg exercises before the show, and then I'll get right for the concert. But that Clancy by 21 Pilots is what I am into.
Thank you,
Lizzie.
Okay, I got something.
Okay.
So I've been watching Lost.
Oh my god, my favorite show.
My god, it's so good. Should I read the synopsis? I feel like it's so well known.
I could use a refresher.
Okay.
I've never watched it.
Because I pulled it up. Okay, beautiful. So it says, Lost was a fast-paced, suspenseful, and surreal series about a group of people who survive when their commercial passenger jet Oceanic Airlines Flight 815 crashes on a remote island in the tropical Pacific. As the survivors work together in an attempt to stay alive, they discover many mysteries about the island. So.
And don't discover many mysteries.
Don't. It's.
I wonder how you feel about Lost.
I love and. Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
No, you go ahead.
I just, when I watch a show, I like to know everything about it. And I don't know the exact numbers, but like the pilot episode was on ABC, like the most expensive pilot episode they ever. It was like over $1 million or something crazy. And just like random stuff, like the soundtrack, the composer used like actual pieces of airplane debris to like make the sounds. So it sounds like it.
Giacchino, one of his first. Are you familiar with him?
Are you looking at me like I know?
Because you know movies. He's a big movie composer now. He does Pixar, a lot of Pixar. He did a lot of TV, but now he's into movies, and he actually just directed a movie that was on Disney. I think it was a werewolf movie. That was his first directing thing.
That's cool.
Great composer.
Yeah,
His top accolades are Up, which he won an Oscar for.
That is
in
it.
2019.
Sad music.
It's such a good movie.
He's really good with like matching what's happening to the songs, and just the way it's laid out is so interesting because it's actually very supernatural, and you wouldn't think it because I thought it was more like Survivor, and I never wanted to watch it.
What made you decide to watch it?
Honestly, so I love YouTube, and this YouTuber I like, name is Mike, like microphone. He did like a whole video essay talking about every single episode for the first 2 seasons, and it's so interesting because he does these like diagrams and he connects everything. It's so invested, and I was like, wow, this is a really creative show because it's like when you watch certain shows, especially Pretty Little Liars. I don't know if anyone ever watched that. The way that like the producer for that, Marlene King, like, you know, when you're watching something and something ties back to something in season 1 and you're like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense, but it could kind of be anything. Lost literally plans things out for like 40 episodes ahead, and then something in 40 episodes matches something that happened in episode like 3, and you're like, how did that even happen? There are so many things like that, and it's just really good.
How many seasons were there of Lost?
There were
Like 6 or 7? Yeah.
6 or 7. I watched it when it first came out, as it was coming out, and I haven't had too many experiences like it since, but we used to have watch parties for when the episode was on, and I vividly remember the series finale watch party that we had. I'm not going to give anything away because you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, well, I know.
It doesn't answer.
People really freely talk about the ending online. They do not. They're like, it's been 20 years. We don't care.
Yeah,
but
some people.
It is a great show. I actually just started rewatching it last year. I got up to season 3 or 4, and it's still super, super solid. And I took a break for a long time, but there is a really great podcast rewatch from 5 or 6 years ago. It was pre-pandemic, and I went into the pandemic, and I started listening to it. So I do want to recommend that because they have interviews with people from the show. So they've interviewed J.J. Abrams. They probably interviewed Michael Giacchino.
If only J.J. Abrams would continue his Star Trek movies instead of doing interviews on podcasts.
Yeah, come on, JJ.
We're waiting.
Get it together already. So the podcast is called The Storm. So they did a rewatch of, as it was going on, of Game of Thrones. And then they like transitioned that into Lost. And it was just funny listening to it because they would say like, I know people want us to talk about other things, but like, we just really want to talk about the Lost. And they do every episode is an episode of the show. So there's a lot because there's 20 something episodes.
That actually, because sometimes it can be a little confusing because like
so many threads.
Everything's all connected. Like the point of it is like all the people are connected in different ways, like without them realizing it. So everything, there's like a lot of flashbacks and whatever. But I really like it. It's been fun.
How far along are you?
I'm only in season 3. Yeah.
Oh, so you're getting there though.
It's getting intense. It's getting a little intense. So
I've had the temptation to watch Lost. I watched season 1 after it had all ended. Like when I was in college, my friends were having watch parties and everything, and I was just like, I didn't know what was going on. And you could still watch the show and not know what's going on, but I really didn't know what was going on. I'm like, okay, I have to like get caught up. So I think I watched season 1 and I liked it, and something happened around season 2 where I kind of dropped off, but I have been tempted to give it another go because it seems like something that's right up my alley.
It's good, and it has so many like WTF moments of just shocking twists and sets up so many weird mysteries. It's great.
I've
Great
been waiting
acting,
until
too.
I feel like giving like my full attention to it because I feel like it will take over my life if I watch
I
it.
think I need like
Yes.
a watch partner. Tori, if you
Yeah.
commit to
Okay,
it.
we're doing an episode.
Yay.
And then we can listen to the album Hurley by Weezer.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right. Lost. Check it out. I'm sure we have all the show on
It's on Hulu.
DVDs.
Yeah.
Probably do, but it is on Hulu.
All of it now. Yeah.
Yeah. But come to the library and get the DVD.
Yeah.
Because then you get the
Yes.
commentary.
And no commercials.
And no commercials. Awesome. Thank you. I have 2 more things to talk about, but in the interest of time, I'm going to skip the middle one. So I'm going to skip ahead to a game that I took over my life for about 2.5 weeks. And I know, Tim, you're kind of in the midst of it right now, and I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are as well. The game is called Animal Well. It is an indie game that just came out about a month ago as of the recording. It's a game that's made by one person, Billy Basso. It took him 7 years to develop it. And it is a puzzle platforming game. So if you think like Mario or Donkey Kong or Metroid, one of those classic 2D games, it's that, but with puzzles instead of action-y stuff for the most part.
Lots of platforming.
There is, it's heavy on
Not
the
lots
platform.
of, but there's some.
Equal measure of puzzles and
Yes.
platforming. So the game begins, you're this like featureless blob sort of thing that gets dropped into a very dark well or cave or something, and it's this vast space that's littered with puzzles and strange mechanisms and creatures and spirits and all sorts of weird stuff. And you're not given any direction on where to go. You're not given any clue. There's no one to talk to.
There's no dialogue.
There's no dialogue. You're not given...
Is this a Dark Souls spinoff?
No.
It sounds like it's on hard mode in the exact same way.
It is on hard mode.
It's a puzzle hard mode, yeah. You're literally given nothing except a map that magically fills as you explore this cave system. So as you start just wandering around and checking stuff out, you eventually start to accumulate some items that seem useless at first, like a frisbee or firecrackers or a bubble wand, things like that. And as you start to experiment with them, you start to find out some practical uses for them, and you start to unlock more of the map, and you start to find some more puzzles, and this kind of trend goes on back and forth, and you'll hit some dead ends, and you'll have to backtrack and find out where you went lost, and try to find some tools you found in one area to unlock areas in another part of the map. But there's literally no guidance at all. Like, it's all very self-directed exploration, and it's very, very satisfying when you can finally solve a puzzle because you feel like a genius because there's no one giving you hints or direction or anything. So when something finally clicks, there's a really great feeling. But on the flip side, you can be banging your head against a wall for... I've gone at least 1 or 2 nights where I've just been completely stuck and just wandering around the map trying to find a grip on anything.
That's me.
Yeah. You do hit several walls along the journey, but when you finally break through, it's immensely satisfying. So the developer of this game, Billy Basso, he's kind of talked about in interviews how there's like 4 layers to this game. The first layer is basically just trying to explore the whole map. So when you first start the game, your map's totally black. You can't see anything except for 4 flames of different color that are in 4 corners of the map. So that's your sort of hint at like, okay, I need to try to investigate what those flames are. So you can spend the entire first part of the game just trying to get to those 4 flames. So that's like the first layer of the game. And once not really spoiling anything, but after you can accomplish that, you basically reach the first ending of the game. Then the second layer of the game, sort of beneath that layer, is there are these like hidden eggs throughout the map. And if you can collect all 64 of them, you can unlock another ending to the game, the quote-unquote true ending.
Anything with a true ending, that's makes things so much harder.
So I finished those 2 layers, and that's where I've ended my journey, because beyond this point starts to get really loopy. So there are secrets upon secrets upon secrets in this game that some involve literally going outside of the game, like using real world elements. Some of the puzzles involve talking to other people who are playing the game, because each copy of the game has a unique piece to certain puzzles.
See, I wasn't sure about that, but now you're confirming it. So
it's beyond what I am willing to invest in this game at this point. I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of it by completing these first 2 phases. And so the third layer there's 16 puzzles that are like that, of that caliber of head-scratchingness. And then the final layer, no one has discovered at this point yet. They're puzzles that only the developer himself knows and will not tell anyone.
Is he okay? How long did it take him to create this game?
He's a millionaire now, so he's
7
doing
years.
Okay. Give him 7 years.
Doesn't seem like a long time for this level of
it's a beautiful
depth.
game too, though.
It looks beautiful, yeah. It's all pixel graphics, but I don't know how he accomplished it. The whole game itself, the entire game is 34 megabytes, which is less than the wallpaper of the game on PlayStation 5. The whole game is smaller than the wallpaper of the game. It's mind-blowing.
And the the artwork is great. There's music, but there's not a lot of music.
Yeah, a lot of it's just ambient noise. Yeah.
But he made the game engine himself too, which not a lot of people do that either. So
yeah. So it's my game of the year as of right now, and I don't see anything that can top it, honestly. Just this game was just mind-blowing to me. When I finished the game, like the first ending, I had 32 of the 64 eggs, and then it took me another 10 hours after that to get to 50 eggs. And then at that point, I could not go any further. So I found a map online that plotted where the eggs are without revealing how to get there or the solutions to finding those eggs. So then it took me another like 6 or 7 hours or so to get those last 12 eggs, using just a map that showed me where they were approximately on the map. So after I got that second ending, that's when I called it. And I'm still missing some items. I'm still missing 2 achievements in this game, which I will probably go back to at some point and check them off. But after playing this game for being in this world for over 30 hours, it racked my brain. And yeah.
I think you failed to mention how the map, it's a kind of a large map, and every single inch of the map kind of has something going on there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which, because I hit the wall of I don't know what to do, and then I've talked to you about Alex, and you've basically said just get really close to it and look for a pixel that might be blank that you haven't hit yet.
Yeah, I played this game on my Steam Deck, which is a portable device, so I would literally just press my eyeballs against the screen looking for pixels that I might have missed on the map that would be an unexplored area. Tim, you had the disadvantage of playing it on a TV.
Yeah, it's on a TV, I can't. I mean, I could.
Get up real close.
Yeah, I'm on the couch, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Would you call it punishingly difficult, as you have
No.
in the past?
It's not. It's not. It's challenging, but it's rewarding. I don't know. It gets you using your brain in a way that, at least for me,
the puzzles
was collecting
are good too.
dust.
The puzzles that are in that first layer are really good in that, you can just try something and be oh, eventually you figure it out. Yeah. Whereas I have tried Dark Souls very briefly. I've tried Elden Ring very briefly. Those types of games where they are just punishing. And that's a different type of difficulty where I don't want to invest the time to get good, and I'm not going to.
Right.
This is different, though, where it's you can eventually figure it out, or I'm just going to look up clues on where to find things because I don't have the time.
Yeah, I think the fact that this game was made by one person is really impressive because it is so balanced. There are, with the exception of 1 or 2 puzzles, nothing seems so esoteric that I never would have gotten there, at least for the first layer of the game. The second layer gets more difficult in terms of how abstract some of the puzzles are, but yeah, I think that anyone can, I think, finish the first layer of the game if they keep pushing themselves. But yeah, just a really impressive game. Animal Well, I think everyone should check it out. It's available on Switch. I think every platform really now. I hope they do a physical release so the library can carry it. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's been really, really popular. Yeah. It's selling well, so anything can happen. But it's not like it's going to take up much space on a disc. So, Animal Well, I hope everyone checks it out. At least watch the trailer. It's just a trip. You should just see what it looks like. So that's what I got.
Lizzie, are you into anything else these days?
I was gonna talk about a movie that I've watched like 7 times because I'm a freak. It's honestly not even that good of a movie, but it's Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, I saw that.
Can't stop watching it.
Really?
It's about a misunderstood teenager and a reanimated corpse embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts. It's like a spin-off of like tacky 80s movies, and it's just really funny. And they reference Rocky Horror Picture Show. So.
Oh, interesting. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. It's really one line. They just say, "Damn it, Janet." And I'm like, that's enough. I'm like, that's enough. He did it for me.
It really feels like it could have been made in the 80s, like the amount of attention to detail for like the costumes and everything that they put into it.
Yeah, and I like the acting. Was it Cole Sprouse or Dylan? Cole Sprouse.
Cole Sprouse.
So basically, it's like Lisa is like a loner, and then she goes to the graveyard or cemetery, and then
she hangs out at this grave all the time.
Yeah, and it's Frankenstein, but it's not the Frankenstein. It's just a guy named Frankenstein, and then lightning strikes or whatever, and he comes back to life, and he's like obsessed with her because before the lightning striked, she's like, oh, I just wish that like we were together, but she meant like she wished that she was dead. And he came back to life and was like obsessed with her.
And she's actually not super psyched about it.
Yeah.
When he shows up.
It's actually really funny. Like it's actually really, because it's like she has to show him how to use a shower and like the radio. It's just like.
And his body is falling to pieces.
Yeah.
Disgustingly.
So it's like that's kind of like the whole movie is like they're trying to find like body parts for him to use.
Find is a strong choice of word.
Find is it sounds
steal maybe.
It sounds really not good, but it's pretty good.
Liberate body parts from others.
Laugh.
Is one of Frankenstein's missing pieces his heart?
Oh.
No.
Where was your mind going?
Close, though.
I mean, anything's possible, but it was really good.
It's also like a black comedy. Like if you've seen Heathers, it gives the same feeling of Heathers.
That's like, I think that's kind of like the, almost like the point of it is like it's supposed to be very like silly. So I also love Heathers, so that was also really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything makes sense.
What platform is that on?
It's on Peacock. I literally re-downloaded it so I could watch it because I got frustrated that I couldn't watch it anywhere. So yeah, it's on Peacock. I think that's it exclusively. So.
Yeah, I don't know if the library. I don't remember ordering it.
We do have
it.
It's
Okay,
actually
good.
teen, which I don't think it should be.
It should not be down there.
It should not be in teen.
Is it R or PG-13?
No,
it's
it's
PG-13, but it's
PG-13.
a strong PG-13.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a.
Maybe cut this part out of the.
Maybe it's good that someone works in teens now.
Well,
We can fix that.
I'll weed that out.
Just bring it up here.
Yeah, just put it in the elevator.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think kids should be watching that. That's that.
Lisa Frankenstein.
Nice.
Say it.
What?
Say the thing.
All right, that's all we have for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll check you next time between the shelves.